I feel like you're f***ing with me. What the hell? What's the deal?
When you went in there and checked on her 2 days ago, did you know that she was deceased?
I couldn't say so. Wouldn't say no.
Cops encounter crazy scenes all the time. Sometimes things escalate far more than one can imagine. Today we'll be going through some of the most unbelievable and shocking discoveries made by these officers in the line of duty. On May 5th, 2023, a couple of police officers were dispatched to a residence to do a welfare check on a missing woman. Her sister, who had grown worried for her, had made the call.
Did it smell when you went up to the door? Yeah, there's a door on the opposite side. Did you see somebody?
Have you seen Lainey recently?
The girl?
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Just the guys over there.
When's the last time you seen them?
Him, he usually walks up and down the road, but her, I haven't seen her in a while.
How long would a while be? Days, months?
Day or two.
Couple days.
Three
Yeah.
3 days or something like that.
When's the last time you seen the boys?
Yesterday.
Okay, so nobody today.
Mm-mm.
Have you heard any fighting, anything in the last 2 days? Any
When's the
loud
last time you
commotion?
seen her? I know it would be not abnormal for you to hear yelling and screaming coming from over there. So.
No.
Nothing.
That's the non-emergency number. If you see Lainey or any of
Yeah,
the
her
boys.
sister's looking for her and she's not able to get a hold of her, so that's why we're out trying to make contact with her.
Yeah. He's probably like in his 30s, I'd say.
30s?
Yeah.
Her house was locked and the officers couldn't get any news regarding her. They discovered that she used to live with her son, who was also missing.
He's only been there for like a few weeks because the tent wasn't there. Then the tent showed up and then he was around. So
Right. Any commotions or anything in the last couple days or
no
before
like
then?
yelling or fighting or anything like that.
Nothing?
We hear. They're pretty quiet for the most part. But
Okay.
the most I see out of the dude is just like sometimes he walks up and down the road. Today he was riding a bike. So
Do you know what color bike it was?
I didn't pay attention.
Okay. Was it just a bike or a
Yeah,
tricycle?
like just like a full size like license bike almost.
Okay. Alrighty.
I can't hear nothing, but I can smell that smell.
You got close to the... The AC's working.
What do you see, Jose? No.
Nothing. The kitchen's over there. So, but I can't.
The deputies searched local hospitals but found no trace of her. With no leads, they returned to her residence and, to their surprise, discovered her son inside the home.
Did you hear us knocking before? Or were you knocked out?
No, I was sleeping in there.
I'm glad you woke up because you're about to come inside. We're looking for Mom. Have you seen her?
She's not around right now.
Do you know where she's at? His sister's asking for her. She's not in any trouble or anything like that.
I have no idea.
When was the last time you saw her?
to her?
A few days ago,
Where'd she go?
she just went to the store. Said she'd be back in a little while.
Where does she usually go? Does she have a favorite place where she likes to go when she's not home?
Not that I know of.
Did she tell you anything out of the normal when last time you saw her?
No.
What happened the last time you guys were together?
She gave me a few cigarettes and a little bit of food and some hand soap to wash my hands. She told me I could come stay back here.
The woman's son didn't seem quite worried about his mother's disappearance and wouldn't let the cops inside. The officers quickly assessed that there was something seriously wrong about this all.
When's the last time you text, called her, or anything like
I
that?
haven't followed anything.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw Dad?
A week ago?
Do you know where he's staying at?
No. I heard that she might have called the cops on him.
Yeah, he got arrested the 25th of last month. It'd be alright if they just went inside to make sure she's not in there.
It's not my house.
Huh?
I can't tell you no.
Okay.
Business.
But you stay here and it's your mom's house?
Listen.
And we're looking for mom, so we just want to make sure mom's not stowed away in a closet or something. Dad didn't come back and retaliate for getting arrested or something like that. So, if you're not going to tell me yes or no, then we're just going to peek our head in there real quick and then we'll come back outside. You can lead the way if you so please.
I'm trying to lock the door.
You could go in with you could go in. Just lead us through.
Yeah.
Kind of locked.
Do you have a key?
No.
Why would you lock the door behind you?
I just usually do that.
So how do you get in?
I don't know.
How about this other little door that's over here?
It's just barricaded up.
With what?
Garbage can and some stuff.
So how do you get in the house? Why did you lock the door? Because I feel like you're fucking with me. What the hell? What's the deal?
I'm not trying to fuck with you, you're saying.
The individual came out and locked the door behind him. This was a serious error, as now the cops were sure that he was hiding something inside. As they went inside, they encountered something that will leave you speechless.
So how do you get in the house since you locked the door?
I'm probably sleep in the tent, or...
Are you not supposed to be in the house? Is that why you locked the door?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's fine. We're not worried about that. We just want to make sure.
Right now is finding mom.
That's it.
If you know you're not supposed to be here, that's on whatever. We can deal with that at a later point in time. I really don't care about that.
Yeah.
My main goal is making sure mom's okay, find mom, and do that. That's what we're here for. We're not here for you because you were sleeping in the bed or whatever. Okay. So, obviously, you went in and unlocked it from the inside. Did you get in? Did you just push that one thing open to get in on the other door?
Do you mind doing that for us right now? I think if you shimmy it into the right, we could be able to just pull it out.
He's the one that did it.
So push it into the right. Keep pushing it in. Now try to move it out, and then push it out. There you go.
There we go.
As the officers entered, they were met with a horrific stench of a decomposing body, the body of the woman they were investigating. It was clear the corpse had been there for days, making it even more shocking that her son had been hiding this all along.
Are you sure mom's not in there?
I don't know. I just stayed in my room, stayed in my living room.
We're already in, so we're gonna find out. So
I understand, friend.
So you're gonna tell me you didn't know mom was in there?
No, sir.
Stand up for my thing. And now I got a whole bigger issue. Call 400 and have them come out here.
431 to 400.
Have a seat. What is there no contact order between you and mom for?
We got into a dispute. She said I slapped her, I punched her.
So battery?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Domestic stuff.
Yes, sir.
When's the last time you seen Dad?
This last week, I believe.
You know better than me. I wasn't the one that did it, so.
Yes, sir.
Because I smelt her before you ever even came outside, and you're telling me mom's not in there, and you know damn well that she was in there.
Yes, sir.
And you're lying to me.
So why wouldn't you just tell us the truth? We told you from the beginning we weren't there for you. We just wanted to make sure mom was good.
Yeah.
That's all. So what prompted you to lie to us?
Startled.
And you, when you went in there and checked on her 2 days ago, did you know that she was deceased?
I couldn't say so. I wouldn't say no.
Okay. But was it apparently obvious to you that
Yes, sir.
somebody smelling like that wouldn't be somebody
sir.
who wouldn't? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So why didn't you call law enforcement when you found her deceased? You don't know? Okay. Any idea why she is deceased?
No, sir.
What could have happened?
No, sir.
Okay.
I really don't.
I got you. Well,
The man was taken to the police station and charged with failing to report the death to a medical examiner. While officers couldn't yet determine the cause of his mother's death, it was deeply troubling how he had concealed it. Now, while this was startling, the next police arrest will leave you absolutely stunned.
Okay, so I'm just here to talk to you about what's going on tonight. So can you tell me what's going on with the kids?
No.
We don't want to get stuff, ma'am.
Especially for Christmas.
Do you have any?
No!
You're about to catch
God
a disorderly,
damn, I'm
okay?
so fucking mad.
So right now you're under arrest for felony child neglect.
Tell it!
On October 8, 2021, officers arrived at a wedding reception after learning that a guest had abandoned her 3 children at a hotel to party all night. They quickly intervened to assess what was wrong with her.
Different radio station. They already called you guys.
Okay.
So she actually would be able to tell you better what happened.
All right, let me try to figure out what the heck's going on here. What's going on?
So our friend and bridesmaid, her boyfriend rolled up with her 3 kids that weren't invited, and he threw the kids at her, and she's drunk, can't drive, she's drunk, and we don't want the kids to go home with them.
Okay.
So that's what's happening.
Where?
He dipped on.
I know. Is there anybody here? I have no idea.
The kids are here.
The 3 kids are inside. I think that's her right here by me. Okay, both vehicle down. Both him and her left.
We don't know.
It looks like they got her right here. I know, but
the guy took off on foot.
Okay, they left their kids here.
Yeah.
We got a call about a concern about the condition that you're in, that you left your children here. Some people called in and said you were extremely intoxicated and drove away. So my name's Officer McGillicuddy. Okay, so I'm just here to talk to you about what's going on tonight. So can you tell me what's going on with the kids?
No.
What's that?
No.
Step out of the car. Go to the front of the car. All right, how much have you had to drink tonight?
The woman was identified as Mickey Doreen Beal, whose entitlement was on the roof, and she was convinced that she had done nothing wrong. But the officers wasted no time setting her straight.
Do you have a driver's license? Nope. You don't have a driver's license at all? Will you run the tag for me, bro?
I did already. It comes back to some guy.
All right, what's your social?
Some guy. This is my car.
What's your...
Answer his questions.
What's your social?
You don't have to be mean to me. I own this car.
What's your social?
No. Find out.
If you don't identify who you are, you're going to go to jail for obstruction. Okay? Are you Mickey Beal?
See, you already know I am.
Okay, but I ran you in the
I
ran you in the driver's license this night, and I can't find you.
I am. I'm not playing the
Okay,
game.
so here's the thing:
I'm
you have to
not
identify. Shut your mouth until I ask you a question. You have to identify.
You're taking this call?
Yeah, I'm taking this part. I don't know about the children thing, but you need to identify to me who you are right now. Because here's the thing. Here's the situation you're in.
No.
You just left your children at a hotel without a guardian, so that can be considered child neglect. Ma'am, I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation.
I do.
Okay?
Really
What
do.
is your social security number?
No.
Mickey was inebriated and couldn't even string a sentence together. The officer made sure to grant her no sympathy and started asking her to do a field sobriety test, prompting a shocking reaction.
How much do you have to drink tonight?
Nope. Nothing.
You had nothing to
Sober.
drink? You reek like alcohol.
I probably do.
You're unsteady on your feet. You have red, glassy, bloodshot eyes.
Been in the same
You have a strong odor of alcohol coming off your person. Okay, so I'm conducting a DUI investigation right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what is your name? Hey, hang out with her for a second. She's not identifying who she is. Because here's the deal: if you don't tell me who you are, you're going to get charged with criminal obstruction. That's what's going on.
No, I'm just mad.
You know who this is?
I've never seen that dude in my life.
No, but if you need a lawyer.
Okay.
Go
All right,
away, dude.
have a nice night.
You're not even.
All right, ma'am. So here's the thing: you are displaying many indicators of possible impairment. I'm conducting a DUI investigation. Are you willing to do some field sobriety exercises?
No.
All right. Refusal to do the DUI exercises as I've lawfully requested will force me to make a DUI arrest decision based on the totality of the circumstances and everything I've observed up to this point. And your refusal to participate in the exercises will force me to make a DUI arrest decision right now and can be used against you in a court of law.
All right.
Or will you do the exercises?
No.
Turn around. Under arrest for DUI and obstruction. And child neglect.
Is there someone here for your children?
The negligent mother was promptly arrested, and the officer did not hold back, delivering stern remarks that perfectly echoed our feelings about her action.
Talk to me like that. Carrie, bro. You gonna take care of my kids?
Face my car. You're not taking care of
You
your
gonna take care of my kids,
You're
bro?
not taking care of your kids.
You gonna take care of my kids, bro?
What kind of mother are you? You leave your kids.
I was.
What kind of mother are you? You leave your kids here. Bad mother, I guess. Because I'm a parent and I would never leave my kids drunk at a hotel with people I don't know. Do you even know who your kids are with right now? Huh? Do you even know who your kids are with right now? No. Sit in my car.
Don't touch me, bro.
Don't jerk away from me.
Don't touch me like that.
Don't jerk away from me.
Don't touch me like that.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is about to go.
Relax.
I know. Stop it. Stop it.
Relax.
I don't want to hurt you, but you're about to get there. Stop it. Yeah. Not on the detail, but I requested one for main channel.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. We need to, right now we need to find like a parent or a guardian. My understanding is that there was a male involved here.
Correct. He left on foot.
Is he the dad?
No.
But is he a caretaker of the children?
He was watching them during the wedding. He got mad. She was having a good time. Came, threw the kids at her, left. They were fighting in the parking lot. She was trying to take the kids. I wasn't having it. This is not okay. Can't take the kids. Go fight in the hotel.
Okay.
This has happened multiple times. They're both drug users. We have 3 little kids. Leave with them.
How many?
On a mock. 3.
So there's 2.
No, there's 3.
Mickey's entitlement showed no signs of fading as she continued shouting and complaining to the officers. She showed no concern for her children, fixating only on her car.
Face the car, please. All right, we understand you're a possible heroin user. Do you have any needles on you?
Are you serious?
All right, we don't want to get stuck, man.
Scratch your feet, please.
Do you have any?
No!
You're about to catch
God
a disorder.
damn, I'm
okay?
so fucking mad, dude.
Ma'am, stop yelling, okay?
Hey, listen. Somebody needs to bail me out. This is not okay, dude.
Don't turn around like that. Do not turn around like that. Ma'am, stop.
Relax. Scratch your feet for me, please.
Mickey, you're making this worse. Calm
Mickey,
down.
scratch your feet for me, please. Don't scratch me, dude. Don't kick, scratch your feet. Stop it.
Stop it.
Scratch your feet for me, please, Mickey.
Spread your feet.
Mickey, scratch your feet.
Spread your feet. Carver, stand by for a second while I get a bag out of my trunk.
Yo, somebody better get me out of jail. I'm not gonna sit there.
Can I leave your property with one of your friends?
What about my car? Can you go park my car somewhere?
No, we're probably gonna tow it.
No! Dude, please, I'm so broke. Please don't. Can you just at least go park my car?
Ma'am, there's a consequence.
Can you at least go park my... I'm asking you for a favor.
Ma'am, I'm not doing any favors.
Can I take her car and park?
Yes, please.
Are you good
I'm
to-
so
good
fucking
to park?
broke.
Okay.
Please.
Can she take your property?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Will you take
please
her
go
property
park
for me?
my car.
Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Mickey, relax for a second.
Nikki, before you, will you do me a favor? She said her purse is in the car
I'm
somewhere.
at a wedding.
Can you just go through and see if I can find her ID for me?
Stop moving your feet.
I'm just trying to help you.
Finally, as Mickey was being taken to the police station, she suddenly remembered her kids and launched into another exhausting rant. You have to commend the officers for their patience in dealing with such difficult individuals.
Please,
No, just a license. Find a purse for license.
kids. I'm gonna lose my kids, bro. I'm gonna lose my kids.
Oh, it's on that side, right side? Left side, and then I'm gonna roll down the window and do the whole.
You want me to, I'm gonna lose my kids,
Nikki, there's something I gotta ask. Nikki, there's something I gotta ask about. Sit down.
Lose my kids.
Sit down. Sit down.
Thank you.
Close it. I asked for the rep here. So. Nikki, I have to read you something legally, so I need you to listen to me, okay? All right, you've been placed under lawful arrest for DUI. Okay, refusal.
Shit off of me, it hurts.
No, so right now you're under arrest for felony child neglect.
Felon?
Felony child neglect for leaving your children here.
Dude,
Okay?
you're with my friends.
Who are they with?
Are you my best friends of 20
Can
years?
you mark the current
Child
time
neglect?
as a breath refusal?
I'm getting arrested for child neglect with my friends over 20 years? I know what to do. No, I know. I'm just...
Hold on.
just really mad. I'm just saying, I don't neglect my children.
I know, but just watch it.
No, what do you mean you know? So why are you charging me with like neglect, bro?
I just said watch it now.
These are my kids. This is serious.
So,
This is
let's
this
get back
is
in.
my listen.
We have to go to the hospital.
This
okay?
is my kids.
My guess is you did that banging your head on my cage. Okay, so let's go.
These are my kids.
Ma'am, we have to go to the
I
hospital.
take care of my kids.
Please sit down. We have to go to the hospital.
I got drunk, okay?
I know,
I don't
I know.
take care of
Sit
my.
down.
It's a wedding. I'm
Ma'am,
Bridesmaid dress.
Ma'am, please sit down.
Mickey was ultimately charged with 3 counts of felony child neglect, disorderly intoxication, DUI, and 2 counts of resisting an officer. We can only hope this incident knocks some sense into the woman. This next discovery will leave you a little shell-shocked, as this family massacre was one of the most chilling encounters caught on body cam.
But it did show the far dead.
Police department! Where are you at? What's that?
We got contact with one subject in the house and talking to him. Alright, wait. Okay.
You down here by yourself?
There's a subject down.
Is she okay?
Alex had claimed that an intruder stole a rifle from him and shot his father before fleeing from the house. As the cops scanned the entire house, they were shocked to find out what had happened.
Sarge, go Barber, back him up. I'm holding these rooms. Is that gonna be the white? Yep. Okay. Doors open in the back. Hey, we got him. Is anybody down tending to him? He's over by Dad now in the firearm.
The cops found the bodies of Alex's father, mother, and sister, all of whom had been shot in the head and were killed. Surprisingly, Alex was the only one shot in the foot, and the officers quickly took him to the hospital.
Go to the back. They're bringing one subject out the back door who's injured.
Okay.
One guy. We got
One patient?
We got one.
Agent 4 and Adam 39.
You haven't had anything in there?
Nothing on you, not supposed to have. Okay. We just want to make sure everybody's safe. There's a possibility that I can't hurt his left.
Okay. Alex, what's your date of birth? Okay.
The violent crime was too brutal for the officers to even look at. However, what followed next made the situation even more awful.
Everyone in that house was shot in the head. Except for you, you got this. It's superficial. Tiny little wound in your foot. Oh, it makes no sense at all.
Do you think it'll look better when, an entire family's been murdered in cold blood, and the person responsible continues to deny it and shows really no remorse? Will just hear me out. And I mean, that makes it look like intentional homicide, that you wanted to massacre a family. Whereas we've given you every opportunity.
As Alex was taken to the hospital, the officers quickly noticed he was their primary suspect. Alex's story didn't add up, and his lack of remorse pushed officers to investigate even further. The motive behind the murders made the crime even more disturbing.
What did he really say about continuing to support you? I guess, of course, I know the job. So you can continue to stay as long as you can get a job. But if you didn't, then what?
An interrogation that lasted for hours in the hospital concluded that Alex had murdered his entire family because they were pressuring him to find a job. Turns out finding a job is more difficult for this psycho than killing his entire family.
Who's using your phone at 6 a.m. to get on social media? Maybe me? I don't know. I don't remember.
How could you use it at 6 if you were asleep till 8? You see what we're saying, Alex? It's time.
Alex.
Time to just.
That's not the point. You know why we think you did it. Okay, we've explained it to you like 10 times here and earlier today. Well, I don't know what else you want from me then.
Well, Alex, are you ashamed? Is that why you don't want to tell us?
Oh, I don't want to tell you because
Despite 2 interrogations, Alex stuck to his story and refused to confess. He was ultimately charged with 3 counts of murder, found guilty in court, and sentenced to 3 life terms, ensuring that he never walks free again. Now, murdering your entire family is one of the most psychotic things that you can imagine, but this next guy did something even worse.
For murdering him for the rest of your natural life.
On June 7, 2021, prominent South Carolina lawyer Alex Murdaugh called 911, claiming that someone shot his wife and son at his hunting lodge. When officers arrived, they found him visibly distressed.
Sir, I want to let you know because of the scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine. Turn around for me.
I don't have any guns.
Okay. Yes, sir. I see that. Okay. This is your wife and son?
And son.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir.
And this is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck a few months back. He's been getting threats. Most of it's been benign stuff we didn't take serious.
Okay.
He's been getting like punched. I know that's what it is.
Alex claimed that he was there with his mother while this incident unfolded and that she had Alzheimer's, while the officer was just not buying his story.
Okay. When did you get home? Right when you called, or did you go to the house first? Where is the house?
I came to the house first. My mom has late stages Alzheimer's and my dad is in the hospital.
Okay.
I left, I don't know what time. I can go back on my phone and tell you the exact times. Did you check?
Okay. Did I check what?
Did you check them?
We got medical guys that are that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
What are they doing? Can they hurry?
They are. Yes, sir. That gentleman that was out here already, he's one of the battalion chiefs. Okay. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down here before I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
And so that is loaded.
Okay.
You might want to unload it. They are dead, aren't they?
Just turn on those.
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Randy. He's taller dead. Where are you now?
He continued to cry and was in a pretty bad state throughout, showing plenty of remorse. But it was all an act, a calculated bluff to deceive the cops.
When was the last time you were here with them? Or talked to them or anything like that?
It was earlier tonight. I don't know the exact time, but
okay.
I left. I was probably gone an hour and a half from my mom's, and I saw them about 45 minutes before that.
Okay.
I rode around with Paul for 2 hours this afternoon in the pickup truck.
That's your son, Paul? Okay.
Somebody going to check him?
Yes, sir. They've already checked them.
They did check them?
Yes, sir.
It's official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
How you doing?
What's her birthday?
9/15/68.
Okay. And what's your son's first name? You said Paul?
Paul Terry Murdoch.
The officers seized the property and, after an extensive search, could not find any clue about the murder. They returned to the property the next day and started searching for any evidence.
Yes, he actually spent crazy.
We'll get a dynamic. All right, go ahead and pick that one up.
There's two right there.
Yep.
They've been there a little while. Could be 300s. There's one to your right.
Yeah, 300, yep.
Yeah. And it was, I think there's 5 total I saw. Right here.
The cops got their hands on some crucial evidence, shell casing, which would eventually match one of the rifles that Alex owned. This would eventually lead to the ultimate downfall of this psycho.
I'm sweating.
Oh, no. And 5.
Okay. 22 long rifle.
So when autopsy is over, the funeral home, whoever
How you doing, sir?
decides to do, they will bring bring Paul and Miss Maggie back home, and then from there you can arrange as far as funerals and different things. Oh, y'all's timeline, not out.
What's typical of the autopsy time?
So I'm not sure if it is scheduled for today. My guess. Do you know, Jeff, when the autopsy?
Not yet, I don't.
My guess.
I can find out and let you know. I'll step outside and call and see if they've already made.
Find out.
Yes, sir, in USC.
Yep, I'll step outside.
So I would imagine.
About a half hour ago, they had not started it yet, is what Rich Harvey.
Immediately, the officers had Alex as their prime suspect. Moreover, forensic tests on his shirt from that night revealed traces of gunpowder, further implicating him. Eventually, he was charged with 2 counts of murder, and after a lengthy trial, his verdict was read.
Verdict. Signed by the forelady, 3/2/23. Docket number 2022-GS-15-00593, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, in the Court of General Sessions, the July term of 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant. Indictment for murder, SC Code 16-3-0010, CDR Code 0116. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the forelady. Date 3/2/23.
The disgraced lawyer was found guilty on all charges and shockingly had no remorse on his face for what he had done. Ultimately, he was called in for the sentencing.
All right, Mr. Murdaugh, I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments in the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh. I sentence you for a term of the rest of your natural life for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably loved so much. I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive. Sentence of the court, and you are remanded to the State Department of Corrections.
Alex was ultimately sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without parole. And while this case may have left you stunned, the next monster even terrified the officers who arrived to arrest him.
Stand up! Stand up!
On June 15th, 2023, deputies were dispatched to a residence after a mother made a disturbing call claiming that her husband had shot their son. As the officers approached the scene, they were about to get to the worst sight of their lives.
You got him on the porch.
We've asked about the last place we've been told.
You show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us! Stand up now! Walk towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
We know, we got a visual in the mail.
I know,
Kids in the front. We gotta go.
I know, but we can't.
If you're going to need first aid and he's not complying, and you know he's a shooter, shoot him.
We gotta find cover first. We ain't no good if we ain't safe ourselves.
The father, 32-year-old Chad Dorman, had done the unthinkable by lining up and then brutally shooting his 3 sons, aged 3, 4, and 7, all in front of their mother.
We gotta go.
29 and 63 attack on.
Right now.
Show us your fucking hands now!
Stand up!
Stand up! Stand up!
Stand up now! Stand up!
Stand up!
EMS to stage and air carriers are going to go ahead and fly whenever any units can advise.
Get your hands out of here. 72.
Tell me 21.
The officers immediately arrested this psycho, but it was his chilling and relaxed demeanor that made matters even worse.
If those guys can confirm that there's people that need first aid and that's the shooter who's not complying, they need to take care of the victims. If they have to shoot him, then shoot him.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober. Never did drugs a day
63,
in my
we're
life.
21. Get the EMS over here.
Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside.
We on primary?
Now.
29, we got 3 kids down.
3 kids down, 16 down.
Gatlin.
63, we're 21. Have EMS respond over here.
You're clear, they're being advised.
Robert 34, just started mass custody response.
63, do you want them to respond to the Laurel Lindale address? Where exactly do you need them?
The poor mother could not believe what had happened, as her entire life had just crashed down in these moments. Nothing might ever bring her back to life now.
You took my life from me! My life!
What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna
I
get
ain't
you
gonna
here
do
in a
nothing. I ain't
second.
running away. You can do whatever you want.
The officers eventually took the madman away, and as they were equally disgusted and horrified by what they had seen.
You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
This is Will.
There's also air carriers flying, so they need an LV and then a copy. Yes.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket?
Shut up, dude.
21.
You had the right to remain silent. You fucking use it.
Yes, sir.
24.
Hold on.
Chad was charged with 9 counts of murder and was arrested. He was brought to the first hearing of his trial, shockingly showing some emotion.
In an act of desperation to save her children, the mother at some point grabbed the gun. The father was able to flee into a field near the home. And again, we know from his admission, the father hunted that boy down, drug him back to the property, and executed him in front of witnesses. He's confessed to what I believe is the worst crime, at least I hope, that I'll see in my lifetime. I hope it's the worst fact pattern that ever comes before this court.
One-time bond's going to be set in the amount of $20 million cash or surety. Anything else at this time, Mr. Guest?
No, Judge.
Mr. Count. Mr. Count, anything further?
Nothing at this time.
All right, thank you.
Up next, watch the footage of the moment officers uncovered a mass killer's secret hideout.
So I had to come in here.
Make sure to watch until the end to see how the officers tracked down the dangerous murderer's hideout and solved a chilling serial killer case.
Would your son be capable of something? Oh God, I pray not. No. I pray not.
It all began when Akron police received a call from Sarah Evan, reporting that her close friend, Benny King, had been found dead in his home. When officers arrived, they quickly determined it was a cold-blooded murder.
Is he breathing? No, I'm not at the... Oh my God!
So I had to come in here.
Okay. You wanna go hang out over there for us so you can have room to work here?
Benny laid in his hallway, and he had several knife wounds all over his body. Poor guy also had cuts on his hands, indicating that he had resisted the murder. His bed was soaked in blood, suggesting he had tried to get help, but collapsed halfway through.
Any ID or nothing? Can't find anything? I didn't dig around too much there. I'm really not going to. Well, because the lady who called said that all of his cabinets in the kitchen are open, and she checks on him on a regular basis, and she's like, I don't know why that would be like that. Like someone who's listening here looking for something. Like all the cabinets here are open. I mean, who does this?
The entire house had been ransacked, as if the killer was searching for something and possibly took it. The detail would later become a crucial point in the investigation.
Was it the back door that you found open?
No, when I come back to 11:30, this door was locked. It was unlocked.
Okay.
The back door is unlocked too.
11:59. Does he usually keep his doors locked?
Yeah.
23 from Bow Drive. Break.
So I said he locks it, he goes to take a nap, but as soon as he gets up in the morning, he unlocks it.
Was the dog out when you got here?
No, the dog was in the chair.
Okay.
In the chair when I come in the door. And that's why I knew when I seen the stand open, the dog in the chair.
Sarah informed the cops about two people she suspected might be involved in the murder, brothers Justin and Johnny, who she claimed had unresolved money issues with Benny. While the cops planned to investigate them later, they were soon alerted to another potential suspect.
That was up through here earlier today, this morning I guess, and sped away. And come back, I know it was earlier this morning, and come back and sped away again. He said it was a younger white guy driving.
Who said that?
A guy, I can't tell you because he's in trouble, he's at work. You know?
Okay. Well, what's his warrants for? Is it
I have no idea. So I'm just giving you the information I was given.
I'll tell you what, there's a detective coming, okay? I understand that you guys' friend has some warrants. If it's possible that we can guarantee we're not arresting him, not doing anything, you guys can go ask him if you want to talk to us then?
Despite having warrants against him, the man decided to come forward and assist the cops, as Benny had been a great and kind neighbor.
How's it going, brother?
I was out here on my friend's porch and I saw this goldish, older style Hummer, big body Hummer, speed away from over here. I didn't hear no noises like gunshots or anything.
Okay.
But
How about what time was that?
10:30, 11-ish. I was up here.
Maybe
11,
12.
I come up here.
No, it had to be like.
I was up here at 11:30.
Okay, it had to be
was
about
locked.
10:30 or something.
Okay, so between 10:30 and 11.
Because then I heard her screaming about something, and all this happened.
Okay.
Then she discovered that. I've not seen that vehicle.
You've never seen that car around here? Nothing. Did you happen to see who was driving?
A white male.
Okay.
Blondish, short hair, like kind of crew cut like yours.
Okay.
I would say anywhere from his mid-20s to early 30s. He sped around the corner so fast his tires were squealing.
Okay.
What the hell?
Another neighbor who had overheard the conversation stepped forward and informed the officers about someone in the neighborhood who drove a Hummer. However, he only knew the person by their nickname, Jaybird.
Just assuming Jaybird being connected to a Hummer.
Correct.
You don't know.
Right, and I don't have any personal knowledge about that, but I know that I've seen him many times with
a Hummer?
Hummer.
What color?
Roughly that color. It's like a dusty gold like that.
So you've seen Jaybird driving this goldish Hummer?
Before, yeah.
By this point, the officers had 3 suspects, the 2 brothers and the man driving the Hummer. However, Benny's daughter, Patricia, soon arrived at the scene with a different perspective on the tragic situation.
Did you talk to bitch down there? Let me say this friendly. That lady down there has been paying his bills, and she's been taking all his money and not paying on his bills. So the gas bill I have not yet paid.
We don't have a bill.
So I don't have a bill to say because she's not giving him the bills. She's keeping them. She is writing on the receipts what she is supposed to have paid versus what she really paid. And this has been going on for over 3 months. So she's been working on for 3 months. He's never had a bill that he never paid in full until this lady down the street decided that she was going to help him. She took upon herself to help him. There we go. And that's her way to get her drug fix, is by taking his money.
Patricia immediately accused Sarah of being involved in the murder. It was later revealed that Sarah had been receiving money from Benny, but was only paying half of his bill. Shortly after, Patricia entered the house and made another shocking discovery.
I can come?
Yeah. Usually, the body's not in there no more.
I'll be right back out with you.
Put it in a cart here like this. It's okay.
Was it in there?
No, it was in a container like this. Yep. It was in here. So whoever did this knows exactly where he hid his money. And she's one, and Johnny, those are the 2 that come down here. Those 2 are the suspects. I'm telling you, there's nobody else. Them 2.
Benny's money was nowhere to be seen, and it appeared someone had just for a few $100s. Shortly after, the cops made another shocking discovery. Justin's nickname was Jaybird. That's when they called him in for an interrogation.
Hey, Justin. You are arrested for those warrants we talked about. You got 4 warrants on you. How do you know him? What is your relationship with him? Can you kind of take us through that?
My brother, he was more or less like a stepfather, pretty much.
How so?
Took a stick and give me $1 or a cigarette or something to eat, or you know what I mean. I lived next door to him there for 4 or 5 months. And I had a warrant, which I went and did my time and got it all taken care of. You know what I mean. If you're asking, did I kill him? No, I did not.
Justin wasted no time in speaking up, even before the cops could question him. As the interrogation continued, his calm and cooperative demeanor strongly suggested he had no involvement in the heinous crime.
So we talked to everybody in the neighborhood except for the one person that they said he banned from the house.
Was me.
Well,
yeah.
Is that over money or what was that about?
Yeah, it was over money, but no, I was with my brother at his house. I told you he was drinking beer with. I had to take a shit, okay. He told me, trying to tell me. Sorry.
You say anything about a shotgun?
Yeah, he did. He told my brother, he's like, I should take my shotgun down there, pump a couple of the twins in his ass. He said, my brother did. Yes. He never had a problem giving me money or anything like that. He pulled it right out of his pocket. He was a good guy.
Justin's responses to the officers' questions were genuine, and he showed no signs of guilt. He answered everything honestly and even laughed throughout the conversation. When the cops asked if he owned a Hummer, his reply was unexpectedly humorous, adding a lighthearted moment to a very tense situation.
You drove or used to drive a Hummer?
Hummer?
You ever drive a Hummer in the neighborhood?
No.
Did you ever work on a Hummer?
Never had, no. I always had a fucking Hummer.
You know anybody that...
She knew. She took Ben's bank card to the bank, food stamps. That's what my brother was telling me on the phone the other day. And he thinks that she might have had something to do with it. So if I point a finger, I'd probably check her for sure.
At this point, the officers had another witness implicating Sarah. They decided it was the right time to interview her and called her to the police station for questioning.
We know that you called 911. We got the recording, so we listened to that. We understand that you would pay his bills. Tell us about that.
Well, that's where we had a dispute. I went to pay his bill. One night I had to pay $40 on it. I needed to borrow that. He said, go ahead, did not remember. I paid him back his $40. That's why I was still wrong.
That was, you weren't there.
That we made up, yeah.
We're hearing two different sides of what we're talking about. We're hearing what you're telling us, but we're hearing from his daughter and what his best friend's telling us. Now, we've been hearing that he banned you from coming to his house. He didn't want you handling his bills or anything like that. So much that the owner of the store called him and said, hey, she's scamming you. So you're telling us that is not true.
That's not true. That is not true. I went up there. I didn't go up there until I had the $40 and I had to pay him.
Like Justin, Sarah openly admitted to having a minor issue with Benny, but claimed it was over just $40. However, soon she revealed a crucial detail that would ultimately point the officers to the true suspect behind the crime.
There's a lady there that was smoking. She had like salt, pepper hair, long hair. That's not your. Let me ask you this: it's not your daughter. That she's not.
My daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. That's your daughter. She doesn't live there with you. Do you have any other children?
Yeah.
Did any of them live with you?
Wherever. He's got out of prison and stuff, so.
When did he get out of prison?
That's September.
What was he in jail for?
Robbery.
Would your son be capable of something?
Oh God, I pray not. No. I pray not.
For the first time, officers noticed tension in Sarah's response as she became defensive and raised her voice. Her son, Jason, quickly emerged as the prime suspect, and the officers received a critical tip from his cellmate.
So I'm told you told one of the deputies you got some information about a homicide?
That's about the old guy that got stabbed. Yeah, his mother found the body, and then I heard him and his mom arguing over the phone. It wasn't supposed to go that far. Because she always going over the house cleaning up when she been doing that for years. And everybody in the neighborhood know they did it, just nobody was speaking on it. I don't know why.
This groundbreaking evidence gave the cops a clear target, Jason. However, before they could apprehend him, the officers were alerted to another homicide. The striking similarities between this case and Benny's murder quickly became apparent.
Gary! Akron Police! Gary, it's Akron Police!
Gary Ballast found home after his son called the police for a welfare check, having not heard from him in days. As the cops questioned neighbors, a disturbing pattern began to emerge.
Akron Police! Just wonder if I could talk to you a couple seconds about your neighbor behind you. When's the last time you saw him?
Police go?
Was anybody there with him?
He came over here.
Oh yeah?
Knocked on the door.
What did he say?
He came over to pick flowers out of the yard.
Purple ones?
Lilacs.
The car was there when she took the flowers over, do you remember?
The car hasn't been there for over a week.
A week? You want to step out here for 1 second? So Gary is deceased. It's looking suspicious, that's why I'm asking you these questions.
The neighbor stated that she hadn't seen Gary's car for over a week. Even though he was supposedly still at home, the car was still missing from his garage. When the cops questioned another neighbor, they received similar counts, reinforcing the suspicion that the vehicle's disappearance was connected to the crime.
I don't have a mask.
What did you call them yesterday for?
Because I haven't seen him since Saturday, and it's not like him to leave town and not tell me.
You haven't seen him since Saturday?
Nobody answer that door. You said you guys are positive, though.
It was Saturday he was cutting his grass?
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy with the cane before?
No. Nope, never seen him before. No. His car hasn't been there since Sunday.
Okay.
Gary's blue Subaru was missing, and finding it became a top priority for the officers. That is when an unnamed individual came forward with a shocking revelation that changed the course of the investigation.
Jason came over Sunday morning. He was going to help me work on the house I'm working on.
Did you know Jason's last name?
Shogley, or I don't even know how to pronounce it, something like that. Anyway, he came over, but I had to go to Harbor Freight because I needed a grinder. And so I told him, I said, I got to go to Harbor Freight. He said, oh, I'll take you. And I said, wait a minute, Jason. I said, I'm not getting in no hot car. I said, is that car hot? He said, no, the car's not hot. Uncle Willie, no, I wouldn't do you like that. The car's not hot.
The individual revealed that Gary's Subaru was with Jason Shockley. By now, the officers had connected the dots between the two and knew they had to apprehend Shockley before he struck again. However, locating him proved challenging until Sarah unexpectedly came forward and disclosed her son's hiding place.
This one? Which house is it? It's the second one. The one on the right, 1887. Is there a way to get to the back place? Watch that, please.
Officer, do you mind to signal that traffic?
Jason was holed up in an abandoned house, which was cluttered and in disarray. The officers carefully made their way upstairs, preparing to apprehend him. However, things could quickly escalate, as they feared Jason might be armed and ready to fire.
Hands, motherfucker! Hands! Hands, motherfucker! Hands! Don't move. Roll over and put them on the top of your head. Roll on your stomach, hands are behind your back. Let's go! Hurry up, Jason.
That's good. Is everything illegal on you, man? Besides the knot? Yeah. Alright, stand up. What's up, picture? You good? What, a paddle? Shake him? Yeah.
North Howard Street, check is okay.
Does anybody have anybody else on the car?
I don't think so. I don't think they even know.
Yeah, we need to get
The officers finally had Jason in handcuffs. Although the evidence pointed toward him, they still lacked concrete proof linking him to both murders. They immediately began interrogating him, hoping to extract a confession or further details to solidify their case.
So how long have you had this car for?
I've had this car for a few days.
How long do you think you've known him for?
I've known Gary for almost 9 years.
Oh, wow. So you have a long relationship.
I've stayed a night or two at his house before.
So you've been in the house before and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
After asking the straightforward questions, the detectives moved on to tougher ones. Their primary focus was Gary's missing car and the credit cards that had been found on Jason. They pressed him for answers, hoping to catch him in a lie or force a confession.
Jason, tell me what happened, man.
What do you mean, tell you what happened?
I have people that are in the area that see you and him together. He's been deceased since about the same time you've seen him. You've got his card and his credit cards.
Okay.
Tell me what happened.
I told you. He lends me his car for work.
Why is his neighbors and his son and everybody else saying that he will not lend his car to you? Everybody's told me that.
And that's what they're afraid about. Look, all I did was knock on the outer door.
Wouldn't you agree with us that it's kind of weird that you're the last person that seen with him?
Yes. I find that weird. I see where you guys stand with it. But at the same time, I'm not no dude. That's not shit I do, man.
Well, sometimes people don't plan it. Sometimes people get in an argument.
No. Anybody that knows me will tell you. That's not what I do. So what? I smoke some crack. I've been smoking since I was 10 years old. But you know what I do? Some stupid shit like that.
Jason denied murdering Gary and became increasingly agitated, which only raised suspicions about his honesty. The detectives, however, skillfully played along, adopting a sympathetic approach to get him to lower his guard. Eventually, their strategy paid off, and they managed to extract a confession from him.
Even if you did wrong, and the judge, and you admit to what happened and everything else, the judge takes that into consideration because it shows remorse. You want me to turn it off? Stop.
You erased the first one.
I'm not erasing anything.
You erased the first one.
I'm not erasing anything. That's evidence. I can't do that.
Where's, I'm saying, if you bring the first one, I'm gonna tell you what we got. He's over there drinking water and stuff, just talking bullshit. I guess my mom had borrowed $20 from him. You know, he was telling me about it and stuff, and then you have to be, you know, get over it and stuff. I'm very protective.
Okay.
I love it. You got to talking real crazy about my mom. I asked him, like, hey, please stop. So, I'm like, you know what, I gotta go. I get up and leave, and he threw this cup at me, and it had wine, and then he threw it at me. Picked up his knife, I pushed him down, he dropped the knife, and I took the knife. Where'd you push that knife? Back into his chair. He said, I'll shoot you. And when he went to reach, I really slapped him. He's so serious.
Gary's was solved, and it was later revealed that Jason's self-defense story was a complete lie. He had killed Gary for money and his car. With the brutal now exposed, the detectives turned their attention to Benny's case, hoping to get a confession or details that would link him to the earlier crime.
You told us about Gary. Just like Detective Kennedy said, the two cases are like a mirror.
No, you're lying about the cases being similar.
And see, here's another thing. You just told us that you went through Gary's pants. You went through Benny's pants too. Because Benny was known to carry several $100s in his pants pocket.
Most moms are like, there's no way my kid would do that.
No, she knows for a fact that I didn't do that.
I'm not saying about Benny. I'm just saying your mom's sitting here thinking, if my son possible, if it's possible, what we talked to her about.
Just it.
Yeah, we talked about.
She's freaking out.
The detectives kept questioning him, but he refused to have any connection with Benny's murder. Jason knew that admitting to a double homicide would seal his fate in court, so he tried to maintain his self-defense story. However, despite his denial, the evidence was overwhelming. Jason was charged with the of both Benny King and Gary Ballas. In 2022, he was convicted of both murders and sentenced to life in prison. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed the shocking double homicide case of Jason Shockley, which sent shockwaves through the city of Akron. The murders of Benny King and Gary Ballas left the community in fear, as both victims were well-loved and kind individuals. Thankfully, justice prevailed and the brutal will spend the rest of his life behind bars. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these moments when good cops humbled their corrupt colleagues and showed what true integrity looks like.
Dude, I have a fucking law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening.